In this video, I'm responding to one of the questions that came up. How do they highlight a row with duplicates? In other words, I have a number of rows here, but I'm asking, does this row have a duplicate? If it is correct, if it is true, then you return true. If there is no duplicate in this second row, you return false, like that, like that. So I came across a solution which I'm sharing with you right now, and we are using the COUNTIFs formula, which takes the criteria range. The criteria range will be this row, comma, the criteria. Now we want to check each of these values against this range, so we shall also select the entire range so that it checks 7 to 8 against the whole range, checks 2, 9, 9 against the whole range, and it will count the results. So when I do that, you can see 7 to 8, it returns 1, 299, it returns a count of 1, 300, it returns a 2 and 2 because the 300 appears twice, and this 300 appears twice. Then the 10, it returns a 1. So we want to return a true and false here. And to do that, we need to do a logical test. And our logical tests will gonna be greater than if the count is greater than 1. So when we do that, you realize that we are getting false, false, true, true, false. So I'm going to introduce another function, but before I do it, let me first explain what happens. So if I use the all function and I say true, comma, true, it's going to return me true. If I say all, then I say false, comma, true. Guess what does this one return? This one is going to return me true. And if it is all false, comma, false, it return false. So this is the principle I'm working with. If at all one of these is true, then it returns true. Even if I add the more falses here, but as long as one is true, it will return true. So in this case, if I encircle this function with an all function, I expect it to return one true, because a false and a true under the all function returns a true. So what I'll do, I'll say all, and I enclose the result of this, which is false, 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 true, 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 false. So it is going to select a true, and it returns it as so. As you can see, it has returned true for this, meaning that this row has duplicate values, and the duplicate values are 300. That's why it returns a true. If I copy this down, it is going to find the other duplicates. Like it tells me column row 2 has duplicates because Tom has repeated here. And row 3 and row 4 have no duplicates, and therefore it returns false. In the next part of this video, what I'm going to do is now to pick out those duplicate values and display them in the cell. This one tells us the duplicate values do exist, and the next column, we want to display those duplicate values. So I'm going to use the same formula first. Copy this, and I go back to this one here. And I'm going to say if the value is greater than 1, if that is the case, return the value. If not, return an empty space, because I'm interested in the where there are values. So what it does, it returns the two values, and the rest are not duplicates, therefore it returns an empty space. This is not what I want. I want to display these values, both of them in this cell G3. So I'll have to use another text join function, another function which joins these together. It takes the first argument is the delimiter. The delimiter is what separates the values that I am going to display. I'm going to separate them with a comma. The next argument is ignore empty spaces. In my list, we observed that we had empty spaces because I said if the value is less than, if it is greater than 1, return the value. If it is less than 1, return an empty space. So I have empty spaces in my list. And here it says ignore them. I'm going to say true, ignore those empty spaces. And the last argument is the text. The text is returned from this function here. Then after that, I close my text join function and I press enter. When I do that, you can see it displays the two duplicate values in this row. All I need to do is copy this down, and there you go. So the duplicates in the second row is Tom and displayed here. The other ones do not have. I hope this has been helpful, and if so, please like the video, and if you have not subscribed and this video has been helpful to you, you need to subscribe so that when I produce more videos, you are notified that a video has come through. Please watch. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.